when he and Lena learn how far back she must walk, that reluctance turns to grief. Having no choice in the matter, she walks back after the boy. Upon arriving in the past, she finds the younger Orzili and enlists his aid in tracking down Merlin's walker. During Tobias's first evening in the past, he encounters several intruders in a castle courtyard. They carry golden devices that resemble bound sextants, like those used by spanners. Before Tobias or nearby guards can question them, they vanish. Tobias sups with the sovereign and his family, including Princess Sofya, who is an infant in this time. During the meal, assassins attack the castle, killing all of Merlin's family and ministers except Tobias and Sofya. Tobias fights his way free and spirits the princess away from the castle. During the fight, his chronifer is broken. He cannot walk to another time until he replaces or repairs it. He realizes that the assassins travelled like spanners, but did so clothed and bearing weapons, which shouldn't be possible. He and Sofya are alone in the streets of Heimkald. The castle has been taken by the soldiers of Sherrig, Heimkald's bitter rival, and Tobias is helpless to do more than hide himself and the child. Back at the Traveller's Palace in Windhome, Mara wakes sensing that something with the world is not right. And indeed, the palace is a bleaker place, patrolled now by dour soldiers of Okamar and Belvora demons. A different set of wars rage throughout Islevale. Spanners and crossers are now the most valued travellers, using what are called tri-devices, modified sextants and apertures. Spanners and crossers can now travel in groups, clothed and armed. Mara takes these changes for granted, because for her, in this future, they are the norm. But that night, when confronted by the Tirribin, Droë, she begins to understand that her perception of disruption is rooted in her nascent time sense. She is a spanner, but she also possesses abilities common to walkers. Droë confirms that the world has changed and says these changes are tied to Tobias. Mara, in this new Miss Future, has no memory of Tobias. Droë tells her that she and the boy were friends, and more. Mara shares what she has learned from the Tirribin with Onsi Torval, the palace binder. Onsi gives Mara a chronifer and has her walk back in time a single bell. Mara is able to do this, despite the harsh effects of the between. She begins to practice walking, honing her skills as she contemplates going back in time to find Tobias. She is intimidated by the prospect of such a lengthy walk. But after their Okamaran masters viciously punish a friend for a minor offence, she resolves to make the journey. Droë has feelings for Tobias as well. Romances between Tirribin and humans are rare, but she doesn't care. Though jealous of Mara, she believes the girl can help her find Tobias and correct the misfuture, which is like a poison to her. The morning after Merlin's assassination, Tobias and Sofya are nearly discovered by Sherrig soldiers, conducting house-to-house searches. The pair are taken in by an older couple, Jiv and Eleanor, who remain loyal to House Heimkald. They shelter the fugitives and treat Tobias's injuries. The Sherrigs have placed a bounty on them, and that night Tobias is forced to chase and kill a young man who has discovered where they are. After killing the lad, he encounters Tilo and Meili, brother and sister Tirribin, who sense that he is a walker, and befriend him. Knowing that they cannot remain hidden for long, Tobias ventures to the city's Temple of Sipar, hoping servants of the god will help him and the princess. Orzili captures him there, takes him to the castle dungeon, and tortures him in the hopes of learning Sofya's whereabouts. Eleanor goes to the temple, intending to find Tobias or enlist the aid of the god's servants. Using a system of ancient tunnels beneath the city, agents of the sanctuary free Tobias, return him to the temple, and heal his wounds. The high priestess arranges passage for Tobias and Sofya aboard a temple ship, despite a Sherrig blockade of Heimkald's wharves. An agent of the temple escorts them to the pier, but assassins murder the woman and attack Tobias and Sofya. With help from Tilo and Meili, Tobias kills their assailants, though not before the ship sails without them. The Tirribin take Tobias and Sofya to the Notch, a shadow city located along the shoreline. Tobias and Sofya find shelter in a boarding house under assumed names. Back in Windhome, Mara prepares to journey back in time and across the sea to Dergen. Droë helps her, but remains jealous of Mara and envies her the chance to find Tobias. With Onsi's aid, Mara walks back in time in increments. The between is brutal, and she barely makes it through. Once in the past, she seeks out Droë, who confirms that she